Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is your severe weather outlook from now until Thursday. The enhanced risk is now not only in Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, but has made its way into Alabama and Florida as well as we enter into tomorrow. As you can see, 10% plus significant chance of tornadoes, 30% chance of wind, 15% chance of hail, and 2 days worth of those severe tornadoes, perhaps even strong tornadoes overnight tonight will be extremely dangerous. And behind that, a line of severe wind. Again, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi today, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida on Wednesday, and Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina on Thursday. A multi-day event continues today with tornado watch already in effect for portions of eastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, and portions of southwestern Arkansas as well. Colorado State University calling for a 24% chance of tornadoes, perhaps even significant. As I mentioned earlier, hail around a 30% chance and wind at 37% chance. According to INCAR, it's around a 50-50 chance of seeing any type of hazard within the area, generally between wind and tornadoes being the greatest threat. As we can see, that tornado threat is maximized in eastern Texas, is what that's supposed to say, much of Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and a few of those may be strong. That tornado watch, as I mentioned, currently in effect. This evening, supercells will develop ahead of that front, generally beginning over in that eastern Texas, that shaded yellow area, and continuing throughout much of Louisiana and into central Mississippi as we head later into the evening. The wind threat will also be concerned, as we can see here, 30% chance or greater in that northern Louisiana area. Overnight, those storms will continue. The tornado threat ahead of the cold front, the wind threat maybe mainly along that cold front, and even within the cold front, we could see a couple embedded tornadoes. As we head overnight, all of those concerns will continue, including hail, which isn't a huge concern throughout the day today, but certainly possible in areas, so we'll continue to monitor that. As we head into Wednesday, where the threat shifts to include the New Orleans metropolitan area, areas like Jackson, Lake Charles continues to be threatened, and Mobile, Alabama, as well. As we can see here, 11% chance of tornado, 9% chance of hail, 34% chance of wind. Clearly seeing a shift in that threat to be mainly wind-based, but tornadoes certainly possible as well. As we see from INCAR, tornadoes will certainly be a concern over portions of eastern Louisiana, and southern Mississippi. As we can see here, again, that should say this is what we're dealing with. The 10% shaded area, that yellow area, is where that tornado threat will be the highest. In the morning, those leftover storms will continue and generally remain along the line, along the cold front. Embedded supercells certainly possible throughout the morning. By the afternoon, some of those cells, again, could be isolated. If they are isolated, we'll have more of a tornado threat. If they are not isolated, then it's going to be mainly a wind threat. And again, that wind threat continues maximized over eastern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and Alabama. That wind, as I mentioned, remaining the primary threat, especially in that area of the country. Hail remains a minor concern, isolated throughout the brown shaded region there. By the time we enter Thursday, central Florida, as well as northern Florida, southern Georgia, and southeastern South Carolina can continue to see all types of severe hazards. Hail's not a huge concern. Tornado threat is decreasing, but it's certainly possible. So we could see a few damaging gusts as well as a couple isolated tornadoes throughout this region as the storms come from the Gulf back on shore or remain over Georgia and then eventually move offshore on over the Atlantic and become not much of concern. For concerns further to the north, I have another video that I posted last night. I'll have another one tonight on the winter weather associated with this up in central Pennsylvania, where they could see significant snowfall amounts, especially for this time of year. That's all for now. Chris, 6 Weather, Catholic Media.